Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining for our fundraiser to benefit Casa Q and the New Mexico Out Business Association. We have such a fun lineup of talent for you tonight. I hope that you enjoy it, and we're calling it our fundraiser and our wrap up of Pride Month for this year, which has been, which we just need to add a little bit of final excitement to. I would encourage everybody to share your favorite Pride cocktail in the chat column if you would like to of Zoom. And you can make any donations that you would like to on our website. And there is a link in the chat. And now I'm going to introduce our handsome host, Lucas Romero. Take it away, Lucas.
Hello, Pam. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Oh my goodness, look at all these beautiful faces. Notice this microphone. I spent a lot of money on it, and no, it's not a brush. Anyways, welcome again, everyone. This is a really big deal for us at the New Mexico Out Business Alliance, as well as Casa Q. As you know, this is a fundraiser. So start sending all of your money, every last penny that you have, because we know that nobody has a job, but keep going. Anyways, yes, PayPal is how we are taking donations. You may notice on our backgrounds here that we have that indicated. So we plan to have a lot of fun things in store for you all. I cannot wait to see some of these performers. It's a good group, y'all. It's a really good group. So please, please, please follow through the whole thing. As you can see, the title of this particular fundraiser is Be the Change You Want to See. That means a lot, especially in today's world. So in order for us to be the change that we want to see, it's important that we support each other. So support the performers that we have joining us, and please, please, please support the New Mexico Out Business Alliance as well as Casa Q. So our first performer is going to be announced by one of our new board members, and she goes by the name of Trey. So Trey, are you there? Are you with us?
I am. Hello.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome to this wonderful fundraiser we're having. The one thing that I really like about doing it through Zoom is we can all just wear shirts and nobody knows.
True. It's a secret.
It's great. So anyways, we won't say anything past shirts, but Trey, go ahead and introduce our first performer.
Absolutely. Well, our first performer tonight is Honey House, which is a fantastic band. Hillary Smith was so sweet to email me this video. It's a fantastic video about, I think it really speaks to what's going on at the moment. And we're lucky enough to have a little bit later Yvonne Perea coming on too. So to start off, Honey House, I'm going to screen share. And away we go.
Scream out to the sky, praying like Jerusalem on my knees every night. If I see a need, I'm gonna step in. If my brother's bleeding, gonna help him. If my sister's crying, gonna find a way to shine like that I look to the left, I look to the right. With my rose-colored glasses on, I can't find a peace tonight. How did we get here? How we gonna leave? I'm leaning on believing God got something up his sleeve. Kick up the dust, scream out to the sky, praying like Jerusalem on the knees every night. If I see a need, I'm gonna step in. If my brother's bleeding, I'm gonna help him. If the sisters try, gonna find a way to shine like that in her eyes. It's gonna take all of me. It's gonna take all of you. If you're under the notion, don't concern your relative. You know the dragon's quaking to shed his fire on the ground. Dawn is scared from a face to chance of no one's about the crowd. And I'm saying today we can change it. If we change it, maybe we can save it. Gotta start somewhere. There's a love train here. Gotta stop damn everywhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful, the spacious sky, and the waves of rain. Upon the mountains of majesty, above the fruit plain. I'm seeing America, I'm seeing America. God sheds grace on me. Gonna crown our good with brotherhood and sisterhood, y'all. See, shine, Kick up the dust, scream out to the sky, pray like Jerusalem on the wings every night. If you see me, I'm gonna step in. If my brother's bleeding, gonna help him. If my sister's right, gonna find a way to shine like that in our eyes. It's gonna take all of me. It's gonna take all of you. If you're under the notion that don't concern your relative, pick up the dust. Pick up the dust.
Oh
Right.
my gosh. That was great.
No,
That was really good.
If you really
That was
enjoyed the video, you can. Honey House is on Pandora, and then you can also get their stuff on iTunes.
Pandora and iTunes. Too bad I don't have an assistant because they would have already bought it all for me. That was amazing. Honey House, everyone. That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Trey. That was absolutely great. Let's see. It looks like we already have a lot of beautiful faces going on. Oh my gosh. We have Steve is here. Bill's here. Oh my goodness. What a great lineup. I'm so excited. Okay. So next is Bill. Bill Dicker is, are you there, Bill?
I am. I'm right here.
Hello. Oh my gosh, look at that fabulous outfit. Wow. I am so jealous. You look absolutely great. I might need one of your clocks for my office.
I actually
Anyways,
have
Bill.
another one. I have one that's a guitar with a pendulum too.
I'll take that one. I'll
you'll
take that one.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll give you my mailing address.
Okay. This is just the pain in the ass. I'm a therapist and I have to have the time in there.
Oh, yeah.
And then one of my sons said that I was maybe too stage manager-ish.
Okay, that's okay.
So he gave me the now clock with no hands.
I like it. You just guess your time then, right?
Yeah,
Just
pretty
guess the
much.
time.
Yes.
Well, welcome, Bill. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I started doing this kind of work. Well, I'm a therapist now,
Okay.
but I've been doing music since the folk scare in the 70s.
Okay.
and I've about 1970. I don't remember, but I met Tom. I met Tom in the early '80s. Tom Donnellan, who's one of your folks, and we started doing stuff on the Chicago gay rights ordinance.
Wow.
I was behind the scenes, sort of a producer at the time. I met a lot of the, particularly the male singers and songwriters that were part of that movement.
Okay.
I've moved on in music a lot. I play all kinds, but I picked a song today by Charlie Murphy, Hank Williams, and Stephen. I don't think it matters. Stephen Stills.
Perfect.
I'm going to do a little bit of these things, and I'm just excited to be here. It's so good to support this kind of stuff. I recently have gone through my daughter got married just recently to a beautiful woman, and I kind of watched her walk through all of that, and that was really kind of an interesting and awakening spot. I hung out with lots of folks, but I'd never seen a person walk through deciding to be a little different, and the challenge and the loneliness and stuff. So I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're excited to see what you have in store for us. So go ahead. Thank you so much.
So this is Gay Spirit by Charlie Murphy. It'll be slightly dated. I'm not nearly as cool as the women before me. I'm just going to say that. But
we're excited. Thank you.
When we were born, we tried to cover our eyes. Then they tried to tell us what to do. We're discovering that did not work, for we were born to be free. There's a gay spirit singing in our hearts, leading us through those troubled times. There's a gay spirit moving round this land, calling us to a time of open love. When we were born, they tried to put us in a cage and tell us bodies what to feel. We have chosen now to feel the truth that our bodies now reveal. There's a gay spirit living in our hearts, leading us through those troubled times. There's a gay spirit moving round this land, calling us to a time of open love. You run and tell those old patriarchs we're no longer blind to their ways. Run and tell them we have stolen their keys to the prison that they made. There's a gay spirit running through our hearts, leading us through these troubled times. There's a gay spirit moving round this land, calling us to a time of open love. Sometimes it gets too hard to feel the joy in the face of the pain that we see. But there's a healing place within our hearts, coming alive in you and me. There's a gay spirit singing in our hearts, leading us through those troubled times. A gay spirit moving round this land, calling us to a time of open love. Calling us to a time of open love.
Woo! Oh my goodness. That was wonderful, Bill. That song, I think, really resonates with so many people in our community. And do you think that was the intent of the song?
Oh, yeah. If you knew Charlie, Charlie was sort of a spiritual gay man. He took a chant and wrote a whole series of songs, and then he had a dance album that was just this side of disco. He really believed in dancing and singing and drumming, and that is exactly what that was all about for him.
Oh my goodness. Well, it was beautiful, Bill. Thank you again so much for joining us. We really appreciate you, and we really appreciate the music that you bring to us. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone, I just want to remind you that the PayPal link is sitting there in the chat. It is ready for you. It's hot and it's on fire waiting for your clicks. So get in there and just start sending all of your pennies. We are waiting for them.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Can I interject? I just want to say one thing, Lucas.
Ooh.
I just want to, so yes, do you like it?
Look at that hair, Pam. My goodness. I thought all the hairstylists were closed.
Yes, I did it myself, you can imagine. I just wanted to, I was remiss at the beginning, and I just want to thank our sponsors, which are Yelp and Way Out West Film Fest for tonight. So just wanted to give them a shout out. So take it away.
Yeah, those are really big sponsors. And as many people know, sponsors play a big, big role in the success of so many organizations. So yes, Pam, thank you so much to them. And we are grateful for them. Okay, so next on our list of wonderful, wonderful people is Trey again. Trey, are you with us still?
Yeah.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we have someone coming up super special.
We might have someone coming up super special. I think that is a possibility. Possibly we might have somebody coming up super special. About Yvonne Perea. Is that correct? Is that who we have coming up next?
That is who we have coming up.
We have so much talent.
I know there's so much going on. It's a hectic environment for all of us. I know. It's really hard. It's hard. Yeah, we should all be drinking.
Well, you know, I'm not gonna.
They're not a sponsor, everyone.
It's a fundraiser, and you can't have a good fundraiser going without a cocktail.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Yes,
right.
exactly.
Cocktails are encouraged.
You are right, Trey. Yes, Yvonne is our next performer on the list. Tell us about Yvonne.
Well, Yvonne is amazing. She's a guitarist. She's in Honey House. She's a blues musician. She's soul. She's all of these wonderful things. She has a new album out called Lucky Me. Yeah, and she's going to be singing that song for us today. She's also going to be singing On and On. And she's currently in Texas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I see. Hi, Steve. And I'm wondering if the time difference might. I don't see her here on the screen.
Oh, you know, what could be happening is I hear that Texas has a lot of restrictions going on. They're probably restricting them from Zoom. Who knows? Well, that's fine. We're just going to carry on. And when Yvonne decides to join us, at her leisure. So many people say it differently. Anyways, we will make sure that Yvonne gets her turn because we do want to hear from her as well. So we will go to the next fun, entertaining person on the list. And I think Pam was going to do that little introduction, right, Pam?
Absolutely, yes.
Great, take it away.
Thank you, Lucas. I want to introduce an outstanding individual. I met Steve years ago in the Dallas event industry. Steve was recently profiled in the New York Times as a known commodity. The world-renowned fashion and lifestyle expert named Steve one of the top 10 in the world by Departures magazine. He has thrown bashes for the likes of George W. Bush, Barack Obama, the Dallas Cowboys, Oprah Winfrey, and many more. He has been recognized in Forbes magazine, and he's built himself as, his brand is known as the America's Sassiest Lifestyle Guru. Steve has had a number of TV appearances on shows ranging from Extreme Makeover, The Wedding Edition, to CBS The Early Show and Good Morning America. And with that, Steve, again, is so multi-talented. He rivals Martha Stewart, and we have a video clip of Steve showing us his fish and chips recipe. And Trey, can you play that for us?
I can. Maybe.
Since we're all doing so much cooking at home now during this pandemic, I'm going to show you one of my favorite easy recipes for fish and chips. It's so fabulous. What I like to do is I take 2 parts chips and 3 parts fish, and then I mix them up really, really well. And I put them in a cute little bowl, and what I did was I just printed out some fish and chips newsprint from my computer. And so I put them in this cute little bowl right here, fish and chips. They are so fabulous. And then, of course, you've got to have some tartar sauce. Add a little tartar sauce in there. And you have got a fish and chips recipe that even Martha Stewart would envy. It is so delicious.
That is that is a recipe to die for.
Right. We're all going to
And
use that for our next entertainment event.
So I already put it together.
Yeah.
I already put it together.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. That was great.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And I think Steve's already with us, right, Steve?
Steve is already with us. So we have one more video where he's going to show us how we really need to enjoy Zoom. And
Oh, that's right.
Trey's going to play that.
Yes.
video.
I'm just so excited.
Hello, I'm Steve Kimball, America's Sassiest Lifestyle Guru, and I'm going to show you how to make your Zoom calls so much more and possibly even productive. What you do is you take a tea bag and you put it in your cup. And then you put 1 part lemonade, 1 part iced tea, and 1 part Stoli vodka. And then you zoom away.
That is just too good.
Funny. Yes.
Yes, right?
It's like in my head.
And so with that, now, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce Steve Kimball. Steve.
Oh, how is everyone out there?
We're great. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Oh, Pam, we miss you in Dallas.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
You need to come back and visit soon.
You know what? I will, and I will let you know. Definitely.
Yeah.
But Steve, she's only visiting. She's only visiting. Only.
Well, thank you to the New Mexico Out Business Alliance for having me on. I love this. You know, now that we're in this middle of this like global pandemic, I'm thinking to myself, in retrospect, not a single person got the answer correct to where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Right? No one got that right way back in 2015, did they? Now, I think all these Zoom virtual events have made me think, Skype, you had a 17-year lead on Zoom. What happened? And you totally fumbled the ball. I mean, we're all like Skype, and now it's like Zoom. Boop, all of a sudden, took it over. It's crazy. I mean, it's like nuts. Now, Pam asked me, she goes, please, please, please try to act normal and happy and like mentally stable. So y'all wish me luck. But I am so proud today. I woke up and I have to share with you, it's been 12 weeks since I got drunk enough to pay an Uber driver to drive me 0.2 miles home. And that is like quite the accomplishment. I'm so happy. I mean, and then you think about, you start reflecting on everything when you're sitting in this pandemic and you're trapped in your house. And I was like, I really miss 2010 when the only fever that we were dealing with was beaver fever. That was it. Don't you miss those times? I'm like, oh. Is everyone out there wearing their face mask? I hope so. I have to show you the most fabulous face mask that I had sent to me. This is from a company in Nashville who does all of like Carrie Underwood's and Tim McGraw's and Kelsey Ballerini does all their stage outfits. So they sent me this mask and it's amazing. So I love it. Look, it's like, this is what you can wear it like this. Then look at this.
Woohoo!
Right? Do you see what that says?
I need that. I want that. Me.
I know. Is it not fabulous? And if anybody gets offended, I'm like, you're standing too close. You are standing too close. Right?
That's fine.
This whole pandemic, I know, isn't that fabulous? This whole pandemic is like exactly why I hated group projects in school. I mean, no one is like doing what they need to do. But the only problem, I love this mask, but the only problem with wearing a mask is it covers up my resting face and everyone thinks I'm approachable. And I'm like, no, right? Can we all agree that the same people that don't wear a mask are the people that don't wear deodorant? I mean, that's right. That's got to be the same. Like, did you see that person, this woman on the news, when in Florida, of course, you know, it's like, God, if you're old enough to remember when Nancy Grace had her show, it's like every crazy thing in the world happens in Florida. Well, this woman was before the city council in Florida, and she was just like screaming about the mask. And she's like, I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear panties. Things gotta breathe. I mean, she actually said that at a city council meeting. I'm like, and all the city council, they're all like sitting there like, okay, thank you, next. I mean, it's like, people have gone crazy. I think it's totally true when they say it's not a political statement, it's an IQ test. I mean, that is like so true. And we're going to have to totally retire the expression, avoid it like the plague, because humans obviously do not do that, do they? It's like, no. And can you imagine how romance novels are going to be written during and after this whole COVID thing? It's going to be like, and she slowly slipped her mask down and removed I mean, that is like what it's going to be like. These are crazy times. Our elected leaders are telling us to stay home. Then they're saying, go out, go out. Now they're saying, stay home again. I was literally waving at my neighbor across the street for 10 minutes before I realized that she was washing her windows. I mean, I'm like, and this girl, she's like, I was like, oh my God, she's washing her windows. This is so embarrassing. I actually wrote a note to Netflix too, and I said, can you please add a category for easy to follow while looking at your phone? I mean, right? We've all like watching so much. I need that category. And what about all the restaurant takeout? You know, I love supporting our local restaurants, and I've supported so many of them, but I have not done steak yet. I just haven't done it. I cannot order a $65 steak that I know is going to be delivered to me in the back of a 2008 Sonata. I just can't do it. I cannot do it. I mean, I actually blocked someone the other day who posted that they thought pizza was gross. I'm like, done. I'm not fucking around. You are blocked. Done. I mean, it's like crazy. All right, now I have to share with you some of the funniest signs I've seen too out there. I just love it. So the other day I was at Target, and they had these big X's. Pay me to the Target right there at City Place. They had these big X's on the floor where you're supposed to stand, and I'm like, oh, hell no. I have seen too many Roadrunner TV shows. I am not standing on that X. I'm not going to fall for that crap. You're crazy. And then CVS has one, which I love. I love it. They said, please remember to stand 6 feet apart or the average length of our normal receipts. It's so true. I love it. And then Walgreens had one that said, right as you enter, right at the front door, right as you enter, it said, COVID testing in the rear. I was like, I guess we're not doing the swabs anymore. Well, I'm like, what happened to that? PGA golf is back. Yay. Did you see the big Goodyear blimp flying over the whole tournament that they televised? I was like, well, that's certainly false advertising. And then one of my favorites was at the bowling alley. It read, coronavirus, beware. Don't touch other players' balls and wash your hand after touching your balls. I thought, well, okay, well, good. I love it. I have so enjoyed my time with all of you. Thank you for asking me to be on. I'll leave you with a couple of thoughts. If we can just get through this month, we only have one more month to go before we need to get through another month. I encourage you to be crazy, be stupid, be weird, be whatever, because life is too short to be anything but happy. Y'all have a fabulous evening.
Oh my goodness, Steve. Thank you so much. And if you could tell my friend Oprah that I said hello.
I definitely will. I will tell Oprah I have found the new gal for you. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We so appreciate you being on here. And I love what you have going on in the background too. It's just, it fits the whole outfit, the whole thing. It's great.
Oh, thank you.
It's great.
Thank
you. Can you tell us maybe someplace that we can see you in the future? Are you doing any other performances?
Yes,
or
I'm doing
anything
a lot of, all the red carpet stuff has been postponed, but I'll be doing a lot of, once everything gets going back up again, you'll see my website is stevekimball.net, www.stevekimball.net. And we post everything on there. So I'll be doing a lot of different appearances and all. So yeah, tune in. I'd love for you to watch.
Oh my gosh, we will. We're all fans. Can't you tell? Look at us.
Yes. I come to New Mexico a lot. My uncle lives in Santa Fe.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God, yes. I mean, my gay uncle. Everybody has a gay uncle, right?
Of course.
I mean,
yes.
My gay uncle lives there with his husband. Yes, they live in Santa Fe.
As my gay uncle, just so you know. You're now officially my gay uncle. There you go.
Yeah. I love that.
Well, Steve, we are in love with you. Thank you so much for the fish and chips recipe. I am just so in love. I've already been snacking on it. And Pam, Pam, you know what I love about this recipe? It's not fishy at all. No,
it's not.
It's really great. And
oh my God, I gotta share with y'all one other thing. I was just on. I do a lot of political events too for a certain party. I encourage everyone to vote, whether it be the party that you are, whatever party you support, just vote. We all have to vote.
Right.
Well, I was on this one call earlier this afternoon, and they were like, this person just out of the blue, it was a Zoom call. They said, "Oh my God, what if Joe Biden picks Keisha Lance Bottoms, the mayor of Atlanta?" You know, which I think she is like absolutely amazing. But they were like, all the yard signs and the bumper stickers will say Biden Bottoms. I'm like, oh my God! oh no! I was like,
oh my God, that would be great.
I know.
That's awesome.
I was like, oh Lordy! But y'all vote.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Steve.
Bye. Thank you, Steve. Let us know when you're in town.
I definitely will.
Thank you. Well, my goodness, that was fantastic. You know, I got my fish and chips here. I'm drinking my, you know what. And you know what's great about Steve's recipe, everyone? You can change it up. So for example, I have the lime and jalapeno chips. Oh, you can't see them. But anyways, I have lime and jalapeno and it's nice and spicy. You know us here in New Mexico, Steve. Well, anyways, thank you so much. I'm so happy. Again, everyone, we have so much money that's flying through PayPal right now. So don't forget to send us your pennies because there are so many people. We have people from all over the state, all over the country, really. Oh my goodness, this is great. This is great. So don't forget to send money. Again, it's going to benefit the New Mexico Out Business Alliance, as well as the wonderful, wonderful organization whom I've had the privilege of working with, Casa Q. So thank you guys. Okay, so back to this fun entertainment. Let's see who we have next on the list. Oh my goodness, let's see who's here. I think we have a wonderful, wonderful performer that is going to be on shortly. But you know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to kick it back to Bill. Bill, are you still with us? No, that's fine because you know who just hopped on? Yvonne.
No, go where you want to.
Can you guys
It's
hear
great.
me?
Bill, yes, Yvonne, we can. Thank you for joining. And Bill, we're gonna have you come back, I promise. But we are now gonna swing it on over to Trey. And Trey is going, well, Trey already introduced Yvonne, but let's just go through it again, Trey.
You know, I could introduce Yvonne over and over again because she's
Again,
so
yes.
amazing. And apparently, I don't know the difference between Texas time and New Mexico time. So thank you so much, Miss Yvonne, for understanding. I love you, I love you, I love you.
I love you too, sister.
Yvonne is a wonderful musician, blues, soul. She just sings with everything. And she does have that new great album out, Lucky Me, which you can get on iTunes. And I'm just going to turn it over to her because she's the one that does this.
Well, I'm super happy to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Sorry it took me a minute to get on. So this is the title track of the new album, and I'm super happy to be a part of the fundraiser. Thank you guys for having me. Well, hang on just a second. I can't do it if it's not in tune, y'all. That's bad for your ears. There it is. That's the culprit. All right. Again, this is called Lucky Me. When the road is long, we travel on. When it's falling bright, we travel on. I'll have no fear with you, my dear, we travel on. Faith is tried, we overcome. The truth is there, we overcome. I have no fear with you, my dear, we overcome. nations fail, we rise up. I have no fear with you, my dear, we rise up. You're my walk in the falling rain. You're the beauty in this life we had. You're the world that surrounds my heart. Look at me, I've got you. When we slip away, we'll meet again. I'll keep your heart till we meet again. Oh, do my walk in the falling rain. You're the beauty in this life we had. You're the world that surrounds my heart. Look at me, I've got you. Do my walk in the falling rain. You're the beauty in this life we had. You're the world that surrounds my heart. Look at me, I've got you. I got you. Lucky me. Thanks, you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
That-
you.
Girl, you have so much soul. Goodness
Thank-
gracious.
Thank you,
That was
sweetheart.
wonderful. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining us.
You are so welcome.
Thank you. How are things where you're at?
Things are good. Things are good.
Everyone's good. I'm sure it's 1,000,000 degrees, lots of humidity, doing good.
Oh yeah, it's 100 degrees out here in Amarillo, Texas.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness gracious.
It's been 102 the last 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we are praying for you in that regard.
Please do. I'm melting.
Well, thank you. Let us know whenever you're in New Mexico or ever up here in Albuquerque. We would love to get with you sometime. Thanks again for your support for this fundraiser.
You guys are so welcome. I'm sorry, babe. What?
You were singing another song. Is that right?
Yeah, I'd love to. I wasn't sure
Yeah.
about the schedule since I came in late.
No,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
keep going.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, we want more.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay.
So this is called On and On, and it's a Honey House tune. I think, Trey, did you end up playing the video in the beginning?
We did pick up the dust. Yeah. Kick up the
Okay,
dust.
awesome. Yeah, so this is the song that started it all for us girls about 10 years ago. It's called On and On. You can go on with this same fight. You think you're bleeding, I think you're alright. You've been running down the same old road. You were 12, you gotta let it go, let it go. Don't ever think I'd let you drown. The dailiness of your favorite frowns. 'Cause you can walk and you can talk, and you're better off than you think you are. And your eyes, they shine like rays of light. I think that you're ready to be queen of anything you like. And your arms, they're strong, and your legs, they keep you moving on and on and on and on and on. it down and get on up. I have no doubt you can stand on love, and your eyes, they shine like rays of light. I think that you're ready to be queen of anything you like. And your arms, they're strong, and your legs, they keep you moving on and on and on and on and on. On and on and on and on and on. On and on through life we go. On and on down different roads. On and on we learn to grow. On and on and on and on and on. And your eyes, they shine like rays of light. And I think that you're ready to be queen of anything you like. And your arms, they're strong, and your legs, they keep you moving on and on and on and on and on. And your eyes, they shine like rays of light. I think that you're ready to be queen of anything you like. And your arms, they're strong, and your legs, they keep you moving on and on and on and on and on. On and on and on and on and on. In your eyes.
Awesome. Woohoo! Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys. Thank you.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
goodness, I almost forgot my microphone. That's why it wasn't working. That was so great.
Thanks,
That
guys.
was so great.
Thank you.
Okay, Yvonne, so tell us, where can we hear more from you? I know with all this COVID stuff, most things are virtual nowadays.
Yeah.
I sing with the New Mexico Gay Men's Chorus, and what I understand is singing actually, with us having to project sound, it actually can, the virus can travel a bit farther. So tell us where we can hear you virtually.
Well, I think I'm going to be doing another virtual concert pretty soon, maybe in a couple of weeks. I haven't done any for a little bit because Amarillo is kind of open right now. So I'm playing
Oh,
a lot
interesting.
of gigs.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you,
Yeah.
I have a question. So do you sing with a mask on, or?
No. No.
It's not advised. Okay, I understand. Well,
Or the
thank
field.
you. Do you have a website by chance?
Yes, it's just YvonnePerea.com.
Okay, great. Well, we will make sure that you get as much support from us out here in New Mexico as humanly possible. Thanks again for joining us, Yvonne.
You're so welcome.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you.
Bye-bye. My goodness, that was fantastic. I'm
guys.
so happy with all the performers we have. You know, Pam, I was thinking a lot about today, and now that we're kind of immersed in what's going on, you know what this reminds me of?
What?
I feel like I'm Ellen DeGeneres, and I'm bringing all these performers.
You are.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Well, I know that I know one of our board members wanted to reveal herself, and I already see her giving me looks with a raised eyebrow. Wendy? There we go. Yes. Oh, Wendy's sleeping. Wendy, wake up. That is so cute. That is great. That's great. So Wendy, what are those that you're putting on?
Hold on. Okay, am I muted?
Oh, there she is. She forgot her microphone
So
too.
masks, yeah, I'm just joking. I'm like on the edge of my little like office chair here with pants on. So masks, it's a nice segue from masks there. We are also, about 2 weeks ago, we started a fundraiser online for masks. So I have been sewing my little singer out, making Pride masks. We have 3 designs for you to choose from. The traditional bright primary, secondary, and tertiary rainbow. We have a lovely pastel, softer look, goes with more outfits. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And then we have a black background with rainbow hearts.
Love.
So these are $15. They've all been
Okay.
hand-made by me.
Okay.
This is not uncomfortable, white, nasty old elastic.
Of course not.
This is brand new t-shirt material.
Okay.
It's soft, it's round, it's washable. There is a wire in here, and I want to show you how to put them on.
Okay.
So basically, you hold the mask like it's going to go on your face.
Uh-huh.
Flip it this way.
Oh, wow.
This goes over your neck.
Okay.
Then you do the magic drawstrings. First time, it's a little kind of strange because you have to get it tight enough. And you can do behind your ears, or you can do up on your head. Pretend you're a surgeon.
Beautiful.
Okay, where did I go?
That's great.
Where are you? Where are you? Wait. Okay.
Gorgeous.
So, there we go.
Love. And so tell us so those masks, you already said how much they cost. Where can people find them?
They are $15 each.
Okay.
There are links
in chat right now.
The links are in chat right now. The links are also on the Chamber website.
Great.
There's a couple posts on Facebook. The neat thing about these, they are all 100% cotton. They've all been washed.
Yep.
If you're going to get one, you wash it when you get it. But I left the seam open at the bottom, so if you want to put in a coffee filter or some other accoutrement, paper towel or something, you can do that. But all machine washable. There is a wire. Please do not microwave them.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why people
Danger,
do microwaving masks
Robin.
anyways.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So,
well, Wendy, those are fantastic. Thank you for all that you do. There's another
surprise last minute entry. We only have 3 sets. 3 sets of Steve Madden Pride socks.
Oh,
I did not make these. So there's two pair in each set.
Those are beautiful
White
too.
Pair. These are our knee highs, and then a gray pair with the stripe. Sorry, it's kind of like the stripe.
Wow.
So if you want to put a bid in for these, the 3 highest bidders will get them, and I will either deliver them or mail them to you. If you're here in town, I'll deliver them. If you're out of town, I will mail them.
That's fine.
But, yeah, and
that's
all
great.
proceeds are going from the mask. All $15 is going to the chamber and Casa Q. All of it.
All of it.
How do people buy them if they want to, Wendy? I think Erica made.
Yeah, Erica made a link for each style. So when you're on the link to order through the PayPal, make sure that if there's a place to put the note, you can put primary, or if it's linked to the picture, I believe. Is that right, Erica? Yeah, so you'll see the picture of the primary, you'll be getting that one. If you want to order 2 of different ones, then you will have to do a separate purchase, I think. Is that correct?
Great.
I think that is correct.
Yes, yes. So that way you can be sure, and then I will mail them from my sewing area that I have all staged and production lined and so.
You've been slaving away, you poor thing. My goodness. All of the things that you do for well, we're not the chamber anymore, everyone, just so you know. We're actually the New Mexico Out Business Alliance. Yes, hashtag blessed. Anyways, again, thank you for that. PayPal link, as well as the link for those beautiful Steve Madden socks, and the masks are in our little webinar chat. Who knew? And you can go there and give us as many pennies as you'd like. So thank you. Thank you. There is no limit. So if you want to contribute a couple million, we're fine with that too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, if you want to buy them for all your friends, then you can do that.
You can do that. Yeah. And again, this fundraiser specifically, guys, is to benefit not only the New Mexico Out Business Alliance, but also Casa Q. Casa Q is doing such wonderful things, and now is such an important time to be supporting them. So let's make sure that we get all your money. Okay, let's see. Ooh, we have some people joining us. Let's see. We have Jason. Ooh, Jeremy. Elise is here. Get it, girl. So many great attendees. I'm happy you're all here. Okay, so Pam, what is it that we have next? I think
we have, yes, we have Isaac. Isaac Rivas Saval.
Yep.
which I always just never get his name correct. Shame on me. So maybe he's gonna help enunciate that shortly. But Isaac is a lifelong native of New Mexico, and he has been in education and leadership for over 14 years. He is now the founder and head of school of a newly approved charter school here in Albuquerque. It's called the Vaz Collegiate Preparatory Charter School. That's a mouthful. The Vaz Collegiate Preparatory Charter School. Vaz is a 6th to 8th grade middle school with a focus on computer science, oral literacy, and social justice. I'm proud to say Isaac is, and Vaz is a member of the New Mexico Business Alliance as well. And he is going to just say a few words tonight. So Isaac.
Thank you, Pam, and thank you, everyone. Good evening to everyone. I don't know how I'm supposed to follow Yvonne and our mask fashion designer, Wendy. Can we bring Yvonne back and she can strum her beautiful guitar behind me? That would be great. So Pam called me and she said, I don't know what talent you have to share with the panel attendees. And I said, well, I drink wine really well. But no, she said, you're an eloquent speaker, so how about you speak about Pride and the Black Lives Matter movement and how the two are really just important to highlight, especially with marking the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots and how all of those pieces are merged with. And so I thought, as a lifelong educator, I thought, you know what, I can give a history lesson is what I will do. So I'll speak to both of those pieces and how critical they are to this moment right now. And as many of you, I was disappointed when this year's Albuquerque Pride was canceled, and that was due to the coronavirus, especially since as I mentioned, this year marks the 50th anniversary of Pride, and that was a protest for recognition and equality before it was considered a festive celebration of the beautiful diversity and the intersectionalities that we all know exist within the LGBTQ+ community. And the Stonewall Uprising, as we know it, was led by, and if you don't know, was led by the extraordinary, iconic, legendary trans women of color, Marsha P. Johnson and her close friend, Sylvia Rivera. And they were the first women of color, trans women of color, to really lead this movement. And we're confronting these racial injustices that always existed. But now we see them captured on video, and they are being played repetitively across all forms of media. And what this really brings to the fore for us is that the Black Lives Matter protests, they shake the very core of our conception of the United States. And if we're truly a nation founded on the principles of liberty and equality, then we have to face those demons, right? We have to face those demons. And while Pride is definitely an important time for our community, the LGBTQ+ community, to come together and to feel acknowledged as equal members of our collective society, I think that this moment in particular also calls on all of us who are marginalized people to truly come together in support of something bigger than ourselves, because this is a moment. This is a moment where we can't just idly by and not amplify our voices and amplify Black voices that so need to be amplified. As a lifelong educator, as I said, I felt compelled to give a brief lesson in the history of our community. And in telling this history, we reveal why the merging of these two movements is so critical. And like I said, how amplifying Black voices is just so necessary right now. The 1969 Stonewall riots, the protests as we know them, they came on the heels of the civil rights movement at the time. And they were sparked by a very similar tone in our nation. They were sparked by police raid at the Stonewall Inn. And the Stonewall Inn, which had become a huge refuge for the LGBTQ patrons, the patrons received a lot of harassment from the police. and the unexpected raid by police officers, that roused those patrons, right? They were already fed up by their continued abuse. And at the time of those protests, the American Psychiatric Association was still labeling homosexuality as a pathology. And the LGBTQ plus community faced oppression and discrimination on all fronts, as we know. And at the time of the 2020 protests, there's still resistance to this idea, to the idea that Black lives truly matter. And so I think that it's fitting then that as the Black Lives Matter protests sweep across the nation, that this year's Pride, that we center around solidarity within the Black community, that we have seen historically face daily discrimination, inequality, and unspeakable police brutality is what we've seen. And so I think about this moment in our history, and years ago it took immense courage for the likes of Marsha P. Johnson and Silvia Rivera and other important critical figures in LGBTQ community, where many had traditionally hidden their sexual orientation for their own protection. They had to take to the streets, literally and figuratively, to come out. And as they marched, we know that they chanted, "Say it loud, gay is proud. Gay is proud." And so Pride was then born. And over the decades, Pride has come to be celebrated in various countries. It's taken on a life of its own. It's evolved, but much work is still needed. It's still needed to be done to ensure the rights and the equality of the global LGBTQ plus community. We understand, especially our community more than most, that progress does take time. But I still hope to see acceptance across all countries that recognizes that love is love is love, and we can all work toward those hopeful ambitions of justice that we would like to see embodied, nationwide on a global level. And so I think about those efforts that started with Black Americans who understood that we could never fulfill such ideals until Black lives truly mattered. And now I, along with the rest of our community, we stand by them and with pride and in solidarity. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to end with a quote from the great Marsha P. Johnson, the inimitable Marsha P. Johnson, who said that no pride for some of us without liberation for all of us. And that rings true today. And so while we feel pride, while we continue to live out our pride on a daily basis, we cannot forget our Black brothers and sisters that are continuing their own fight. And so we must stand in solidarity with them. And so now I would like to take a moment to invite our members of our panel, members of the audience, or attendees to take out your debit cards, because without your support, this work cannot continue, and it won't continue. And so I encourage you to take out your debit cards and provide whatever you are comfortable with on PayPal. I will wait. But thank you for having me on. This is a great event, and I look forward to seeing the other performers perform.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That was great. If we don't, money is coming in. Look at this. This is, no, I'm totally kidding. But Isaac, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. It's because of the work that you do that people are motivated. If we didn't have people like you in this world, I think a lot of us would struggle to follow a path. And so thank you for blazing that path for us.
Very nice.
So this is great. I feel like we have a lot of really good performers that are still coming up. Pam, what do you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just, I'm so excited. Okay, so Bill was great. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Steve, if you missed Steve, I'm sorry. Once in a lifetime opportunity, people. Yep. Anyways, this was really good. I'm so happy that we're doing this. And as Isaac just mentioned, PayPal is right there. The link is there. Send us all your pennies. Thank you.
Yep. Casa Q needs it.
Yes, Casa Q really does need it. The kids at Casa Q are appreciative of all of the things that people like you do. So thank you. Okay, so we will now transition over. I think Wendy has a wonderful person to introduce to us. So go ahead and unmute your line, Wendy, and give us a good old introduction.
Little drum roll. We learned about Marion from Erica Yoakum, and Erica has been so kind to include me in some of the shenanigans that have happened online on Friday nights. And this lovely lady she's a former New Yorker. She was a stand-up comedian at age 21. She opened her first business at the age of just 25. It was a retail herb, tea, and gift store in Staten Island, New York. She sold it off at a profit 2 years later to move to New Mexico. An experienced and demonstrably successful product manager, Marion has driven projects from concept to rollout on schedule and on budget. With over 15 years in the healthcare information field, Marion has successfully managed 6- and 7-figure revenue generating projects from concept to design through development and into launch. She is passionate about helping developers, end users, stakeholders, and executive management speak the same language. Today, she is a freelance consultant, coach, and business strategist. Her keynote sessions focus on personal transformation, business growth, and overcoming obstacles in communication. Please help me welcome Marianne Bielka.
Hey, everybody. Hey, I figured the longer Wendy talked, the better I would look. So, no, thank you so much for having me here today. And if you took one look at my last name and said, "Be what?" You not alone. But today, we are going to be together because together we are stronger. Your business needs to network. You need your peeps. And I used to be a stand-up comedian. I did get married. That will kill a joke. And those days are over. But I still feel that humor and the lighthearted approach and calling out the emperor when he's wearing no clothes, because the court jester is the only one who can really speak truth. These are essential in business. And relationships are at the root of that. Today, some of my best friendships started as professional relationships. And Erica, I'm looking at you. Thank you so much for introducing me to Wendy. I'm looking at you. And now Lucas and Pam and everyone, you're so much fun. You're not getting rid of me. I'm staying around. Back in New York, I had an herb store, and there are so many stories that I would love to share with you about relationships and business there. Picture a store filled with hundreds of jars of dried herbs. Now, if we go on a nature walk and you ask me what that is growing, I cannot help you. But if it is dead and in a jar, I am your girl, okay? We had tea, we had culinary herbs, we had spices, we had herbs for luck, we had alternative medicine, and the chefs would come in and I would learn, you can make gin out of juniper berries. Best tidbit of knowledge I ever had from that bit of business. Still going to do that. I promise I'll share. And we would have people who came in for, I'd like to know what I take for gout. Now, I'm not a doctor, so we had a reference library where we would go and look up different herbs and recommendations based on what the published authors who were doctors could do. And at the time in New York, it was illegal for me to recommend as a store owner. And oh my goodness, imagine if I'm wrong. Imagine if I had wrong info. But the best people who came in just blew my mind. I had no idea why they were there. In walks, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, a 15-year-old kid. He has got the loosest clothes on before, and we talked about the people not wearing masks are the same ones who are not wearing deodorant. Now, all of you were 15. We were not hygienic. We were not hygienic. But oh my goodness, what are you doing in an herb store, right? So he comes in, and he was sent to me by the witchcraft shop down the block because they didn't want to deal with him. So, here's some frankincense, here's some myrrh. I learned that his parents were deceased. He was living with his very strict Catholic Italian grandparents around the block from the store. And he was bisexual and didn't know how to tell his friends or how to tell his family. So I looked at him and I said, why don't you just do this? By the by, I'm bi, bye-bye, and then walk away. It worked like a charm, and he kept coming back. He's been a dear friend for decades after that. But most noteworthy woman who ever came in my store was Helen, or
Helen.
should I say Helen, because that's how she pronounced it. Now, Helen came up to maybe my shoulders, and I'm including her beehive hairdo. Okay? She was about 80 years old, and she looked shy and retiring until she moved around. She was a tank. She would pounce on you. She was a spitfire of energy. Helen, we made small talk. She didn't look in the jars. She didn't look around the store at the candles, or everyone liked to lift and smell. She was interested in talking to me, and I was loving it, but wondering, okay, why are you here? Until finally she said, Marianne, you have to help me. I am cursed. And I said, oh, I did not expect that. Okay, okay, Helen, why do you think you're cursed? Now, again, picture this. We're in the front of the store. I'm sitting behind the counter. She's in front. Glass whole storefront, right at the bust up there, herbs and jars and teas there. And she and I are the only ones having this interaction. She goes, Marianne, my family is very jealous of me. And she goes on to tell me this story about whatever happened that made her believe she is cursed, where I am Helen and she is her sister. And her sister's very mad, and Helen starts jumping up and down, going, fluff you, fluff. Now, she didn't say fluff. And she didn't use this hand gesture either. I'm trying to be nice, right? So she's screaming, and she's jumping up easily 1.5 feet off of the ground. Fluff you, fluff you, fluff you. And I'm thinking, what the heck is this? And that's when I noticed the bus. Now, every head on the bus is looking into the store at this little woman flipping me off, getting airtime and screaming at the top of her lungs so angrily. And I can tell everyone on that bus is saying, Marianne, what have you done to Helen? Everyone on that bus thought they had the whole story of that situation, thought they had enough information to make a judgment call. I love that story because it shows how even if we think we are certain about what's happening or about the circumstances around a situation, there is always something that we're not considering. So think of Helen, and you feel certain, and being trying to get the whole story, open up avenues of communication. This is so good in life and in your business. I think that might be my time.
You're fine.
Oh, great. So let me tell you about, I was raised by an ex-nun, okay? And if you can figure out that the witchcraft store sent people to me, I kind of wasn't in the Catholicism camp for that part of my life. And I was coming out to my mom, not in a sexual way, but that I was performing a hand fasting, which is a pagan marriage ceremony, for those of you who might not be aware, at the premier Staten Island Country Club. And I thought, great, if my mom hears, Loretta, your daughter's a devil worshiper from some Staten Island, right? She has got to hear it from me first. So I invite her to brunch. It is she and I at a bistro table. Back when we could meet in person, I really miss that. Oh, the solitary confinement's killing me. And I can see in the back is the Episcopalian priest with his life partner. And they have been together forever. Now, my mom, as an ex-nun, anyone who's wearing the collar is a Catholic priest. So the thought that the man he's with, they could possibly be in a relationship, never enters her mind. We're sitting there. And we talk about spirituality without being specific, without naming religions, and we agree. We agree on the basics. Be good to people. Be honest. Have integrity. Okay? And I said, well, I believe in this, and I believe in all of these other things, and this is what makes me pagan. And she looks at me and says, I thought pagans were people who had no religion. I said, Mom, pagans are people who have more religion than we know what to do with. And she rolls her eyes and said, well, loudly, now she's facing away from the Episcopalians, at least you didn't bring me here to tell me you were gay. And I look past her, and the priest, he looks at me, and I raise my eyes and shrug. Mom's oblivious. And I said, Mom, the world is not as you think it is. But, you know, all of that just goes to show you never really know. We have assumptions, we pigeonhole. None of us are immune to this. But until we can shut up our inner mind and stop projecting what we think things are, we'll never know. And I think that the chamber, now I have the wrong name because y'all changed your name on me, the New Mexico Out Business Alliance, thank you, can be that voice for your business when you can't be that voice for your business as well. There's an insight into what's happening at a legislative level, at a requirements business level, at a rules level, that networking will only help you. So please support this great cause. Please pull out your cards, PayPal, throw money, drive by Pam's house, and just let it rain. Okay? Thank you so much for having me on and letting me share this time with you. You're not getting rid of me. I'll be around. You'll see me again.
Oh my goodness, Marianne. Thank you so much. I don't know if it was mentioned. It may have been, and I may have just been eating my fish and chips over here. Who knows? Is there a website? Where can we learn more about you? Or you're still on mute? There we go.
BeWhatNow.com.
Wait, what is it?
BeWhatNow.com.
BeWhatNow.com.
Think of my last name, but what? Transform your business into what you want your business to be. And you don't have to remember my name. Just
that's great.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us. That was fantastic. I could not help but really enjoy the little man that you have back there over there on the bookshelf. That's great.
It's a Nikola Tesla bobblehead.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Tesla, did anyone watch the SpaceX rocket launch?
Oh goodness, no.
Oh my goodness gracious. You're missing out on a whole lot of goodness. That's all I'm gonna say. But it was great. The SpaceX rocket launch was fantastic. And we're all gonna be going to Mars soon, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyways, Pam, how's it going? I know you had a wig. Where'd it go?
Yeah, I took it off. It got hot. I can put it back on.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I did like it. There we go.
Easy.
There we go. For those of you who don't know, Pam and I are neighbors, so I will be dropping by her house and throwing some dollars at her here soon.
Yes, yes.
Thanks, Marianne, for that idea.
Yeah, yeah, and thank you for the plug on the New Mexico Out Business Alliance. We had our name change just this couple of months, just last month. And we're excited to do it and make it a little bit more modern and more inclusive.
Yeah.
And we have grown just incredibly this year, right? We are, excuse me, we now have just under 100 members, and we just want to be the source that businesses can go to, whether you are LGBTQ or allies. We want to be here to help you connect and drive your business forward. So thank you again to our sponsors. I think Erica's trying to say something to me with hand signals, and I'm not getting it.
Allies.
Allies, yes, got it.
Yeah, you're right, Pam. It's a really big deal. You know, we debated the name change for a while, didn't we?
We did.
And probably even before I joined the chamber, it was something that I think had been discussed, and we realized that it was time to make a change. Not that the name was bad, but that we wanted people to know that we're an inclusive environment for everyone. Gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual, none of the above, all minorities
that was
too.
an awesome conversation to be a fly on the wall at.
Yeah. So that is what we're here for. We are here for everyone, and we want to continue to do that. So again, PayPal for the socks as well as the masks. And also, if you're not currently a member, you should really consider it. We try to do a lot of things. Pam has put together some wonderful, wonderful events throughout the month, and a lot of the members are spearheading it. So thank you for that, Pam.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we had someone next on the list that probably maybe most everyone knows. Let me just make sure that I'm not getting ahead of myself here.
I think you're good.
Okay, I am. Yeah, I think you're right. So this very special person has contributed not only to the LGBT community, but I think to the whole state of New Mexico. He's such a public figure for us, and if it was not for him, I don't think that our state would be progressing as well as it has. And that individual is none other than the wonderful Renato. Welcome, Renato.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Look at that. You have lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my.
You know, I was like, I have to get some kind of backdrop for the cabaret that otherwise it's just a tan curtain behind me and it's kind of boring. So put some lights in, you know, put a lion up there. So
it looks really good. I'm really into it. So tell us a little bit. Everyone knows who you are. Let's just face it. But tell us a little bit about you. What are you doing? I know there's a lot of changes going on for you. So talk to us about it.
Oh yeah. So we're at our new location. It's called S4200. We did do a name change. And we have a full restaurant. In order for us to open, we did have to open a restaurant. So we did that. And in the process of that, we've been reinventing our shows. We just got a new stage. We got some truss lighting. So it's going to be some pretty exciting times. And all that is for our parking lot. Because, you know, we still want to have shows. We still want to have fundraisers. But we want to make sure that they're done in a way that's socially distant, right? So
yeah.
Our next big event here, other than the brunch, is going to be my anniversary show, actually. And it's going to be in the parking lot on the stage with truss lighting and a curtain that you're going to enter through. So it'll be cute.
Oh my goodness, that's great. So, so you mentioned something before. I think you said a brunch.
Yeah, we do have a brunch coming.
Okay.
So many of you may know Vanessa Patrick. She hosts a lot of shows here in town. She's just a very bubbly personality. I absolutely adore her. So I asked her to host my show, host this brunch. I'll be performing. I'll be in full drag with some really good entertainers that our community sees. And they're from all the different parts of our community. So not just like one bar, one venue, so they spread across the different venues. So it's a nice representation.
Okay, so when is the brunch? Because I got to write this down.
Oh, it's April 12th, Sunday, April 12th at 11:30. So
and that's
you have to get
2021,
tickets.
Right?
20. Oh, no.
Wait, did you say April?
Yeah.
April 20. No, sorry. July 2020.
Oh, okay.
July 12th.
That's why I was
my
like,
gosh.
in 2021.
July 12th.
I was like, no, don't push it out that far, please.
I think in April. No, it's July. Wow.
Okay, July what?
July 12th.
12.
At 11:30.
So, okay, so talk to us. Are you limited with space? Should people be showing up early?
Yeah, we do have tickets for sale. The tickets are to pay for food items off of our menu. So $10 goes to the brunch, $5 actually goes to the entertainers. So there will be food, and you have to get tickets because there are only 60 seats available.
Oh my goodness!
So,
I'm surprised you're not sold out yet.
And we have
100 soon.
And 100 people saying they're coming. So I'm thinking,
oh hail! Well, I already bought my ticket, so I'm there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Well, talk to us about what you're gonna do. We're super excited to see you perform.
You know, I was gonna do something from Annie. I was gonna do "You're Never Fully Dressed Without a Smile," and then I realized that I always tap dance in that piece, and so I can't tap dance while I'm kind of like stationary. So I decided that I was going to do another song that I really like. I usually tap dance to that too, but I could do this one kind of seated here and just kind of go into my own little world. And it's called "Fly Me to the Moon" by Frank Sinatra.
Oh. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're excited. Thank you.
And then I do have some shout outs that I'll be giving in the middle of my song. So
so everyone tune in, listen closely. Okay, got it.
All righty. the moon and let me sail amongst the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I hope for and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. And I want to say thank you. Here's to all of our performers supporting this fundraiser tonight. And this means the world together, our community will band together and be a part of all of our voices, joining businesses, joining our cause. Our relationships are what drive this community. And I want to let you all know that it's very important that we all work together. This is for legislation, for our well-being, for our children. And second, I want to thank our organizers tonight. This is a feat to pull together a virtual show. And thanks, community. Fly me to the moon and let me sail amongst the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I hope for and adore. In other words, please be true. Other words, I love you. So, how are we doing on the fundraiser today? I saw a couple of bids in the chat. How about this? I'll match you up to $50. So, the next 5 minutes, how about that?
Ooh, that sounds great.
50, somebody else gives 50, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Awesome. All right, and I got another song for you here. So I'm gonna smooth out of this one. And my next song is from the very well-known musical. But before I do it, I wanna say thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. And please be sure to donate to this fundraiser. And we are all here today to give what we can and be a part of this community. You didn't know Casa Q. Make sure you go online and check them out. Casa Q is a home for youth where they do not have a home. And the New Mexico Out Business Alliance, guess what? They both need your support, right? Once we support this community, I do have to say, we do have a stronger voice, not only politically, but within our own community. My next piece is brought to you by the cabaret here. It is called Over the Rainbow, as sung by Judy Garland, but not by Judy, by Renee. Okay, we hope you enjoy. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, I the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Birds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. And oh, why can't I? Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true.
That was beautiful. Oh my goodness. You know, we've had such great music, and they're all just tear jerkers, all of them. And I love it so much. It means so much to me.
Well,
I'm curious, where did you get your inspiration from?
For today?
Yeah.
So, Fly Me to the Moon, when it comes to Frank Sinatra, you know, my teacher had always said, you know, Frank's kind of a crooner kind of guy. So if you wanted to do any kind of crooner music, I'm not going to sit here and sing opera on a Zoom call, because I'll tell you, opera is crazy. It'll do crazy things to the electronics, to the sound system. It's kind of like sucks majorly, right? So I've always loved Frank. You know, he had aspirations to do great things, and he did. So that was really, you know, really something close. I mean, I could do Frank songs all day long, but really, when it came to Over the Rainbow, not only did the Gay Men's Chorus sing it at the Pride Vigil last year, but it meant so much that Judy Garland, as a role model to our community, and of course, rainbow, right? Who doesn't love a rainbow? When thinking about what we're doing, it really meant a lot to me. And so being a part of this rainbow community, being a part of it, that was my inspiration. And so I want to say thank you for inviting me.
Yes, thank you for being here. And we hope to do this again. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm having a grand old time. And I think this is worth duplicating.
Agreed.
Yeah, Pam? Yeah, Erica, anyone?
I was going to throw out, so we just had a bid come in for $50.
Woohoo! And I'm matching it.
Yes.
Here's the thing is I'm hosting, so it's hard for me to type, speak, pretty, you know?
Yes, but Renato also said he would match, so.
Okay, right. Renato and I together will do it.
All right, there you go. Thank you for having me.
Yes, Renato, thank you so much. Again, thank you for everything you do for our community. It means so much to us. And I can't wait for the brunch, and I can't wait for all the things that you have in store for us.
Thank you. And don't forget to check us out online, okay?
Oh, yes. What is it?
It's S4200abq.com or Facebook. Just go to our Facebook, Sidewinders Bar and Grill.
And it's S as in Sierra, right?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to go eat dinner now.
Yes, go.
Bye.
Okay, Pam. That was great. You know, this whole thing it's inspiring to me because I sit here, right here in this chair every afternoon thinking about things I could be doing but I'm not doing them because we can't. So I like that we can come together and we can enjoy each other's company. Though it's virtual, I get to see your face. I don't have to smell anyone, which is cool. That's, you know, not always pleasant. But this is a really good way for us to come together. And I'm thankful, you know, for our sponsors. I'm thankful for the performers. And I'm also really thankful for Zoom. That it's just fantastic. So let's see, we have, I know that Wendy said that she was gonna bring in some big hair. I'm not sure if she's wearing the big hair or not. Wendy, how's that going?
Well, it didn't get that big. I have COVID hair and I just can't care. It's too heavy. I'm after this, I'm going to go get the scissors.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
That'll be crazy hair.
Well, just make sure that you get the advice from your hairstylist. I call mine a barber, but anyways, make sure you seek their advice before you cut your own.
But they're gone. They're gone. Where'd they go? You can't see one. We got to be our own. Lucas, will you cut my hair?
Girl, I haven't even cut my own. Look at this. Anyways, okay. Well, I'm going. We're gonna carry on with this because we have a couple more fantastic performers that are lined up, and I'm just super excited for them. And I think we are just gonna end this. Oh, I forgot my microphone. I think we're gonna end this on a really great note. So Trey, I think you're still with us. If you can introduce your next performer, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'd really appreciate it. And it's all you.
I am honored to introduce the next performer. His name is Salvador Chacon. And he is an amazing performer. He does Latin music. I love listening to Sal. He's so fantastic. He's in a band. Sal, unmute yourself there. Hit the unmute. We're all learning Zoom.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Say the name of your band because I don't want to butcher it.
No worries. The name of the band is El Super. El Super, we're a Latin rock band here from Albuquerque, Mexico.
Fantastic. Well, I just leave it all on you. You are amazing, and I'm just gonna let you do your thing.
Thank you. Alrighty, so this next song, it's titled Mi Bombón. It's a song made famous from a band from Colombia. Hope everybody likes it. Así como llegas, te vas por única hora que te da por llorar, 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 ese dolor, pero y viene y va. Te vienes encima de mi vida, bongo, bonita manera de llegar. Llegar a saber tu boca crecer, crecerán las mentiras que me das. Y algo sí que me supiste dar, darme en la cabeza que ya está hincha de planeta, hincha de sol. Suelta de la rienda que aquí me largo, yo y el teléfono me ríe. En mi corazón no da control, y mis brazos no tienen son. Ya no eres mi bombón, bombón. El teléfono me ríe. En mi corazón no da control, y mis brazos no tienen son. Ya no eres mi bombón, bombón. Ya no eres mi bombón. Ya no eres mi bombón, te vienes encima de mi vida, bombón, bonita manera de llegar. Llegar a saber tu boca crecer, crecerán las mentiras que me das. Y algo sí que me supiste dar, darme en la cabeza que ya está hincha del planeta, hincha del sol. Suéltale la rienda que aquí me largo, yo y el teléfono me ríe. En mi corazón no da control, y mis brazos no tienen son. Tú eres mi bombón, bombón. El teléfono me ríe. y mi corazón no da dolor. Y mis brazos no tienen sol, ya no eres mi bombón. Ya no eres mi bombón. Ya no eres mi bombón, que no, que no, que no, que no, que no, que no, ya no eres mi bombón, a mi morena, mamita, mira que yo, ya no eres mi bombón, no eres mi bombón, ya no eres mi bombón, bombón, ya no eres mi bombón, bombón, ya no eres mi bombón, bombón, ya no eres mi bombón.
You're such a rock star.
Gracias, thank you very much.
Sal, where are you from?
So originally from Chihuahua, Mexico. I grew up in El Paso, Texas, and I consider New Mexico my home. I really love New Mexico. I love everything about it. And yeah.
Well, you sound great. And
Thank you.
this microphone that I have here was also maraca at the same time. So it works, and it's also not a brush, but anyways, yeah, it was great. Did you have another one that you were gonna sing? It looked like maybe you were getting ready.
Yes. This next song, it's titled El Mariachi. My friend and I just loved playing this song when we were in high school, and I think everybody knows this song. It's a really nice song.
Okay.
Hope you guys like it.
Great.
If you know it, sing it too with your little mic. Soy un hombre muy honrado que le gusta lo mejor. Las mujeres no me faltan, ni el dinero ni el amor. Cabalgando en mi caballo por la sierra yo me voy. Las estrellas y la luna ellas me dicen dónde voy. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar el sol. El mariachi me acompaña cuando canto mi canción. Me gusta tomar mis copas, aguardiente es lo mejor. También el tequila blanco con su sal le da sabor. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar el sol. Me acompaña cuando canto mi canción. Me gusta tomar mis copas, aguardiente es lo mejor. También el tequila blanco con su sal le da sabor. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón.
Yay, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
I didn't know the lyrics to that one, but I pretended to. No, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. So where can we hear more from you?
Okay, so currently you guys can listen more of our music. This is just, stuff that I do on the side, but for the most part, I play with my band. You guys can go ahead and check us out at El Super ABQ Band. El Super ABQ Band on Instagram and El Super ABQ Band on Facebook. We're always, want to be in touch with people, letting them know that even though we're going through this pandemic, we can still come together and everybody enjoy music together.
That's great.
Yes, awesome.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys so much for the opportunity. I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you. Have a
Thank you.
wonderful evening, and we look forward to hearing more from you. Ciao.
Ciao.
Pam, that was great. I'm just so thrilled. I'm all bubbly inside. There's so many good feelings going on. I'm just so happy.
Yeah, we've had so many great performers. I love all the music. It's really terrific.
I know. Well, I think we have one more performer that has joined, and I will introduce him. And then immediately after that, Pam, just very quickly so people know that we have events going on, maybe you can talk about that a little bit. How does that sound?
Sure, that's perfect.
Okay, great. So our next performer is Colin. Colin is an active and involved singer, actor, and music director who has performed in numerous stage productions of musical theater, opera, and varying chorus work. He is assistant music director of the New Mexico Gay Men's Chorus and director of the New Mexico Q-Tones. When not on stage, Colin waits tables at Scarpa's Brick Oven Pizza, starts but seldom finishes many craft projects, and watches a lot of Netflix, as do we all. Welcome, Colin.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you this evening?
It's so good to see you. I'm good. My Colin and I are in the Gay Men's Chorus together, and he does a fine job. If it wasn't for him and our director Aaron, we would just be a whole bunch of gay men singing. I guess that's what we are, but anyways.
Which I guess is fun in its own. It's fun on its own. Sure.
Well, thanks for joining us, Colin. Tell us what you're going to sing, and maybe talk a little bit about how we can also hear more from you.
Of course. Well, my name is Colin Burge. As Lucas said, I am a active actor, singer, music director here in Albuquerque. To hear more from me, unfortunately, you can't hear a lot from me right now because of the current pandemic situation. All live music events are on hold, so there isn't much for me to do. But when the world is open, you can usually see me performing, of course, and sometimes conducting the New Mexico Gay Men's Chorus and the New Mexico Q-Tones at various events around the city. I'm also a music director and a performer at usually for Musical Theater Southwest for my stage work. And I'm also a member of a professional quartet, which is called Close Quarters. And you can read more about us at closequartersnm.com if you're interested in finding out more about us. For you all this evening, I'm going to be singing the song Go the Distance from the Disney movie Hercules.
Awesome.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a hero's welcome would be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be. I'll be there someday. I can go the distance. I will find my way. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. Down an unknown road to embrace my fate. Though that road may wander, it will lead me to you. And 1,000 years will be worth the wait. It might take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through, and I won't look back. I will go the accept defeat. It's an uphill slope, but I won't lose hope till I go the distance and my journey is complete. But to look beyond the glory is the hardest part, for a hero's strength is measured by his heart. Like a shooting star, I will go the distance. I will search the world. I will face its harms. I don't care how far. I can go the distance. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong.
Woo! That was great.
Wow.
What a way to end this whole thing, you guys. Colin, that was fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate
Of course.
being here.
Hey,
What a
I
beautiful
do have a question for you, Colin. Can
Yes.
you tell us about the Q-tones? What do they do? And how could maybe people have Q-tones at their house for a birthday party or something? I don't
Of
know.
course. The Q-tones are the social outreach group of the New Mexico Gay Men's Chorus. If ever anybody would like the New Mexico Gay Men's Chorus to come sing for an event or a fundraiser or a private party, we can't usually coordinate the schedules of 50 plus men, but we can coordinate the schedules of 13 dudes, right?
Yeah.
So usually for those events, the Gay Men's Chorus sends the Q-tones, and we are an all a cappella, which means no instruments, just all vocal group, and we sing a variety of different music, be it Broadway or jazz or contemporary a cappella or some classical polyphony, and we can generally put together a program to fit any of your events. So if you're interested in ever having the Q-tones at your event when the world opens back up, you can find a link to the Q-tones through the New Mexico Gay Men's Chorus website at nmgmc.org, and you can fill out an event request sheet, and our manager will be in touch with you about logistics and coordination.
Wow.
That is fantastic. So I do have another question for you because I just got to keep plugging. What should we expect from the New Mexico Gay Men's Chorus? Is there anything coming up?
Yes, actually, we are working to put together a lot of new virtual content. Some of you may have seen our most recent virtual video, which was our cover of You'll Be in My Heart from Disney's Tarzan. There's a Disney theme going on right now, at least with me. We're currently putting together a new virtual project, which we just reached our submission deadline for, and our tech crew is going to start mixing and mastering the next video, so keep an eye out for that on our YouTube page. And then we are also going to start putting together a summer cabaret, which is going to be a little bit more about social advancement, social progression, a little bit of protest and activism. So look forward to that being released somewhere in mid-August. Yeah, so that's what you can look forward to from us.
That is great.
Terrific. Yeah, I love. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Pam. I was just going to say the New Mexico Gay Men's Chorus, the Q-tones, they're doing such great work. And, you know, it's a real struggle whenever you meet at least once a week for 4 hours with such a large group of men. And unfortunately, we're not really able to do that right now. And we recently started doing it through Zoom rehearsal meetings, which have been really entertaining and have actually worked out. So yeah, support them as well. You know, really the more support that these organizations get, the more that they can do. And again, there's PayPal down over here, not only for the New Mexico Out Business Alliance, but also for Casa Q. Thank you again, Colin. We really appreciate it.
Yes,
Of
thank
course.
you.
Thank you for having me.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I had no idea that the Q-Tones perform for like house parties. And
I know. I've been waiting to have one. It was like we remodeled the house and they were gonna come over. It was gonna be this big ordeal. And now we're just, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, they do that a lot. And oftentimes people see them at, you know, the Isotopes games or the New Mexico United games, and they don't realize that you could have them at your house. They can come perform really virtually anywhere in New Mexico. You know, of course, there would need to be some compensation involved, but it's a possibility, and they're such a great group of guys. So definitely.
That's exciting. I'm so glad that he mentioned that, because that's very cool. Yeah,
it's great. So how about we finish this off, Pam, with you telling us, since this is why we're here, tell us a little bit about what the New Mexico Out Business Alliance is doing during these times.
Okay, well, thank you, Lucas. So we do hope if you've not attended any of our events, then please, you are welcome. You don't have to be a member to attend our events, although we'd love for you to be a member. But we do have 3 events every month, always on a Wednesday. So the first Wednesday is our business exchange, which is in the evening. Right now everything's on Zoom. And the second Wednesday is our breakfast. Gray, wave your hand. Gray hosts our breakfast on Zoom. And then our third Wednesday is our lunch that we've turned into like a town hall meeting. So with the idea of everybody being able to get on and kind of share what's happening with themselves. We do often have speakers lined up for a few minutes, and then we kind of open it up to just let everybody have a chance to catch up on what's going on, because we have a really great community here, and it's sometimes hard to have a platform where everybody can share their views and, you know, catch up with each other, particularly right now, right, with everything going on. So yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, and I wanted to say, as we are wrapping up, because I know it's 7:30 right now, I wanted to just thank again our sponsors, Yelp and Way Out West Film Fest. Thank you for everybody for joining tonight. We all encourage you to come out, stay out, be loud, and be proud. And thank you again for joining us and donating.
Wow. What a wonderful way to end it, Pam. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you for all of the money that you donated. Thank you to all of the board members who invited these beautiful, wonderful performers. And I will say that's a wrap.
Yeah. Thank you, Lucas.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Until next time.
Till next time. Woohoo.